One of the main events, boxers for the evening, Danny McGrail, currently the number 4 lightweight in the country, competing against Stuart Patterson, Stuart Patterson from this area, in the main event over 12 threes for the vacant Australian lightweight title. Danny has kindly going to give us an interview before the fight tonight, just to let us know how he's going. Danny, how have you prepared for the fight?
Yeah, preparation's been great, Barry. And, we're all ready to rumble with Stuart. We've been a couple of times before. Tonight's my night. Seem to have done everything right. Thanks to Ray, my trainer, Ray Giles, has got me spot on ready, so we'll get it on.
I would imagine that this is a dream of yours to fight for the Australian lightweight title. I know that you had an unsuccessful shot at the junior lightweight title against Karim Nasser recently, but I believe this is more your division.
This is my division, and tonight I'm going to go out and take it home.
Tell me, I believe you've had top sparring in Queensland with the number 1 lightweight, world-rated lightweight, Lovemore Nadu.
Yeah, Lovemore's been up for the last fortnight, and it's been perfect preparation for us. Great sparring. It's been good.
You've obviously seen quite a few tapes of Stuart Patterson. What common opponents have you got?
We both fought Tony Miller, and the last fellow, Stuart, fought De La Pena. I fought him and stopped him as well, so we've had 2 same opponents.
Okay, have you got a prediction for us for tonight? You know, you're going to win on points, or is it going to be within the distance, or, you know, how do you see the fight going, Danny?
I see me stopping him before the end of the 12th round.
Okay, Danny McGrail, ladies and gentlemen, competing for the vacant Australian lightweight title tonight against our own Stuart Patterson from this area. Danny McGrail, good luck from myself and everybody here. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time, guys. Cheers. See you out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I please have your attention for a minute? We have our other contender for the vacant Australian lightweight title, Croydon's Stuart Patterson, in the ring with me at the moment. Just going to ask Stewie a few questions before the big bout tonight, over 12 3-minute rounds for the vacant Australian lightweight title. Stewie, how are you feeling, mate?
Good actually, Barry. Nice and relaxed, very focused and ready to do the job, mate.
I believe this would be a dream come true to have a shot at the Australian lightweight title and you know, perhaps be successful for it. So it's a lifelong ambition of yours?
Oh, definitely, mate. I mean, this is a blue ribbon event as far as Australian professional boxing goes, so it'd be a great honour, like full of prestige, this division. So, like, you held it yourself, so you know what it's all about.
Yes, mate. I had it from 1978 to 1985 and was very proud of it. It is the blue ribbon division. Tell me, have you had a lot of good sparring for this fight?
No, I have actually. I've got 2 main sparring partners, Mark Locke and Tony Scalise. So I get a good variety there. Tony's a short, sort of stocky walk-up fighter, and Mark's a sort of a tall, rangy counter puncher. So I've got the best of both worlds there. So.
Tell me, how much about Danny McGrail do you know?
I fought Dan twice, so we both sort of got a fair idea of each other, how we both sort of perform and that. So I'm expecting a good fight from him. He always comes to fight, and he's a very willing participant.
Tell me, what was the score in the last 2?
Well, the first fight was in his hometown in Adelaide, and they gave that a draw, but I thought I won that. But the second fight, I fought him up in Wollongong in the Snake Pit, and I beat him over 8 rounds it was, so.
Was that over 8 threes or 8 twos?
8 threes.
Okay, we're fighting over 12 3-minute rounds for the vacant Australian lightweight title tonight. Stewie, have you got a prediction for us?
I'm going to win, mate.
How are you going to win? Points within the distance?
Don't know, don't care, but I'm going to win.
Good on you, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Croydon Stuart Patterson. Wishing you all the best tonight.
Thank you, Stav. On behalf of Murray Thomson, Peter Hunt, Fighters Factory Promotions, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our main event, the moment of the real truth. Would you welcome to centre ring the man who's vacated this lightweight championship. He's one of the great warriors of Australian boxing, Tony Mad Dog Miller. Tony Miller to step in to wish both fighters good luck. In quest of the championship, he vacated very generously. Your ringside judges, James Boland, John Wheeler, Anika Williams, Tolling the Bell, Damien Membry. Your ringside physician, Dr. John Jury. Tony Miller, wish both fighters good luck. Okay, Tony Miller, a big round of applause for the Mad Dog. Tony Miller, originally trained by Brian Levere, and we pay tribute tonight, Brian, to you in memory of your late wife, Gail. Yep. Tony, wish fighters good luck. Have you got a prediction?
I haven't, no. I think it'd be very undiplomatic of me to make a prediction, so I think, as the old-fashioned way of saying it, may the best man win, and good luck to both fighters.
Well put, Tony Mad Dog Miller. Your timekeeper, Damien Membry, chairman of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board, Bernard Balmer. Ladies and gentlemen, as I say, we pay tribute to Brian Levere on the passing of his wife, Gail, a young lady at 52. We think of you tonight, Brian Levere, as we head into the seventh big Fighters Factory Promotions gig. The moment of real truth, ladies and gentlemen, on the site where legends are made. Let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant Australian Lightweight Championship. Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, Advance Australia Fair. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the Lightweight Championship of Australia. Would you welcome on my right, trained by a man who in Melbourne town worked very closely with Collingwood Footy Club in their premiership years, Ray Giles. He comes, ladies and gentlemen, from Burleigh, Queensland. Back in Melbourne for the first time since his amateur days, when he featured in epic battles with Stephen Knox. Scaling 61.23 kilograms, bones of stones. Ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 16 bouts, 11 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, 7 big wins coming by way of knockout. Number 4 in the Australian rankings. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Will you welcome, wearing purple trunks with black, Danny Holy McGrail. And across the ring in this third match against Danny McGrail. Third time, ladies and gentlemen, the third bite of the cherry, coming in at 60.95 kilograms with a record of 20 bouts, 13 wins, 2 draws, 5 losses. Featured in 2 epic battles against past champ Tony Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Grinstead, Tony Squilacci, and world champ Craig Trotter in the corner. From Croydon North, Victoria, wearing black trunks with white piping, would you welcome butter smooth, silky smooth, Stuart Patterson! Malcolm Bull now. Stephen Peake, Barry Michael, calling the shots. Danny McGrail to come to centre ring.
Welcome to centre ring, gentlemen. Good luck to both your fighters. May the best man win. Shake hands now. Come on, fighting at the bell. Good luck.
Thank you, Ray. Coming up, seconds out, round 1. Vito, grab a seat.
Well, just about ready to go in this Australian lightweight title fight. The title has been vacated by the fantastic and irrepressible Tony Miller, who's had a magnificent career, retired from boxing this year. And Danny McGrail wearing controversial purple trunks, which are over knee length, and black piping, and the Stuart Patterson, the more traditional, the black with white piping there. And these boys look ready for go. Big action here, 12 3-minute rounds, and it's going to be a top fight.
Well,
but, yeah, sorry, Barry.
Steve, the Australian Lightweight Championship is one of Australia's blue ribbon divisions. It's a title that I held from 1978 to 85 and vacated it, and I held it very proudly.
Yes.
It was one of the highlights of my career to win the Australian lightweight title, the same as I'm sure it will be for one of these guys tonight.
Yes.
And it makes for a great fight. These two have fought twice before for a draw and a victory on points to Stuart Patterson.
And both these boys looking very fit and raring to go. And of course, Karim Nasher has fought Danny McGrail as well, and Karim beat McGrail earlier on in the year.
Yeah, well, actually, they fought for the Australian junior lightweight title. I was speaking to Ray Giles earlier, and they told me that they took it on a couple of days' notice, and Danny McGrail had to take off 5 kilos in 2 days to make the weight limit. Not making an excuse, because Karim Nasher is a worthy champion.
Yes.
And Danny McGrail's a worthy contender. Stuart Patterson, a very hard guy to fight. He fights in the the traditional Ambrose Palmer side-on cross-arm style.
Yep.
A real textbook boxer, Stuart Patterson.
Yeah, protects himself well, doesn't he? That right hand's always protecting that chin.
Always superbly conditioned, always turns himself out 110%.
He does. He loves his boxing. He's very serious about it. And he's been waiting for a title shot. He's fought Tony Miller a couple of times too, Stuart.
Yeah, he was a bit unlucky the first time, for sure.
Yeah, and they've had a couple of wars, those two, no doubt about that. And here we go now. These two boys are going to be whoever wins this tonight will be a worthy winner of this title. This magnificent, prestigious Australian lightweight title, as Barry just said. It's an honour to win this one.
For
a
sure.
blue ribbon belt.
Well, Danny McGrail, I've believe it or not, my nephew is being trained by Danny McGrail on the Gold Coast. And Stuart Patterson's a very good friend of mine, and I'd really certainly love to see him win the Australian lightweight title. The best man will win tonight, obviously, but Danny McGrail is actually training my nephew up in Queensland, and my brother-in-law, Bird, has been having a look at Danny, and he's been doing a lot of boxing with world-rated lightweight Love More to Do. And evidently, he's been going very well with Love More to Do. He looks to me, it's the first time I've seen McGrail, he looks a very strong boy. He looks a big lightweight. Yeah,
he is. He's got broad shoulders, a lot of upper body strength, Barry.
Yep.
Stuart Patterson, on the other hand, is built like a whippet. He's exceedingly quick.
Oh, like lightning, Stewie.
He is. He just cuts and runs, Stewie. He's got a beautiful style like that. And these two boys are going to be a good fight. This is going to be a magnificent main event here. And by golly, the Fighters Factory promotions, they are so specific and correct in their matchmaking that we'll be lucky to get out of here before about 1:30 a.m. in the morning, I reckon, because it's after midnight already.
Yeah, it's going to be a late night. Ably assisted in Stuart Patterson's corner, in the red corner by Terry Grinstead, former TV ringside fighter, and Craig Trotter,
yes.
former WBF, I think he was a light middleweight world champion. WBF world champion anyway, Craig Trotter.
Doing a great job there in the Patterson corner. What an excellent corner that is. And, of course, Dean Gaither Senior, his dad, the Mr. Gaither Senior there in the corner as well, isn't it, I think?
Sorry?
The Mr. Gaither, Dean Gaither's dad there?
Yes, it is Dean Gaither's father, yep. And also...
That's a quality corner, you could say, Barry.
Sure is, yep. Yeah, Danny McGrail keen to get on with it here in the second round.
Now, that was an interesting first round, fairly even, you think, Barry, as far as the judges would be concerned?
Yeah, I won't have a crack at scoring the first round, Steve. I really was a bit distracted there, just thinking about the hype behind the whole thing.
Yes, that's all right. No, I think it was fairly even, and the boys will start to rev up a bit now.
Oh, McGrail a banger for sure.
Yep. He would have some big punching, but Stuart Patterson doesn't mind guys who try and lay the big stuff on him, because he just keeps chipping away at him and moving around.
Yeah, no, he's hard to pin, Stewie, and look, he can take a good shot too.
And he won't get phased by a big hitter like McGrail. He'll be moving around all night, and he can run all night, Stewie. He can move around. He's a good lateral mover, and he's good at getting out of trouble. He's very slippery. He's like an eel.
He sure is. He's shades of Johnny Famechon.
Oh, yeah, well, I was about to say that, but you stepped in there, and you're exactly right with that comment.
I've got to admit that the last few fights, 4 or 5 fights that Stewie's had, he's been prone to cutting.
Yeah, he has.
Got some nasty scar tissue there now. I'm just worried as the fight progresses, and when it gets, you get a bit fatigued. Your head it's the heads will clash for sure at some stage, and I'm just worried about cuts for Stuart Patterson.
Yes, that's a big problem for him. It's around the forehead region too, which has been lucky. He hasn't dripped into his eyes.
I had a look at Danny. I couldn't see any noticeable scar tissue. He looks pretty clean around the face, actually.
Yeah, he does. He's gone for the shaved head type style. Stewie does have that problem on the forehead. That's where he seems to cut just in the upper forehead area. And that's the problem area. And there's much that can be done about that, but we'll wait and see as the fight progresses if it can be a problem. Now, McGrail is basically anchoring himself in the middle of the ring, is chopping away at Patterson at every opportunity there, moving pretty well. But Patterson's quick to the task. He can read most of it, and he's quick to get out of the way.
I'll tell you, if I was in Danny McGrail's corner, I would be inclined to be saying to Danny, look, just try and cut him off and concentrate on a body attack, and then worry about the headshots.
Yes.
Because he's just so hard to pin with the headshots, Stuart Patterson.
Certainly
with
is.
With that bobbing and weaving, slipping style. I'd try and really slow him up with the body shots. Whack him around the side. Any bit of skin you could see, mate, below the shoulders, solar plexus and all that,
That's right.
Just whack away at the solar plexus, the liver, the kidneys.
The liver, the kidneys.
Any skin you see.
And those small ribs and the small ribs.
Yeah, that's where the short ribs. That's where I'd keep him in the corner. Try and pin him in the corner. Cut the ring on him, and go for the body. Look, he's got the power, Danny McGrail, with the headshot, but he should worry about that later.
Yeah, well, he's got to. What you're really saying is he's got to slow Patterson up. If you can slow him up with the body shots in over 4 or 5 rounds, and if Patterson is then slowed by those body shots, then the headshots will come
for sure.
It will be interesting to see if, from that point of view, McGrail's one-dimensional or whether or not he can change tactics.
Yep.
Barry.
Well, he's got Ray Giles in his corner, and Ray's been in with some of the greatest fighters this country's ever produced. He's a top conditioner. He originally, I think, been conditioning people all his life, but involved with the Collingwood Football Club for a long time.
That's right, yes.
And
a lot to do down there.
And a lot of great fighters. He's certainly, worked with Ray.
Now he's got a good corner.
Round 3.
Also in Stuart Patterson's corner, you've got Tony Spalace sitting ringside there, doing a bit of work down the bottom there. Tony Spalace, one of our top lightweight fighters.
Yeah, magnificent
I think
fighter.
inactive at the moment.
I was about to say he needs a fight for sure. He needs to get back in the ring and get active if he can, and on a promotion. Stuart Patterson moving around again. Now the McGrail tactics, just to keep an eye on them to see if they change at all. But Patterson flipping at that
slipping pretty well there.
Yeah, he read those punches well, and then he's trying to sneak a right hand through Patterson's defences there. Came around with the left hand. He was trying to aim for the body, but he still seems to be focusing attack on Patterson, perhaps towards the head region still. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, Danny's slipping the jab pretty well, and he is focusing mainly upon the head, although he's thrown a couple of right drives to the body. Yeah, there we go.
There we go with the right, trying to move that straight right into the rib cage area, the solar plexus, as we like to call it as well, in there, and McGrail coming over the top with the right hand. It's going to be a case of catch me if you can, I think, a bit here at the moment. He's... Patterson firing back now off the ropes. McGrail attempting to go with him. And Patterson trying to work downstairs as well
jab
with the left
body,
hand. That was very nice, that. Trying to mix it up, which is good boxing from Stuart Patterson. He'd be, his corner would be well and truly...
Nice work by Stewie. I tell you, he uses the ring so well, Stuart Patterson, but I tell you what, he's got some power in that left rip, or that left hook in particular.
Yep.
Danny McGrail, he really loads that up. And it's short too.
Yep.
Oops, he's lost his balance there.
Yeah, there was. Now, I wonder if that was a part of the ring there. Is that all right? I think it is.
Don't know what happened there.
Yeah, he seemed to wobble on his ankle there for some reason. As if he stepped on a sort of a
bit of water or something, but I don't think there's water over there.
I don't think so, unless part of the ring is a problem there. I don't know, but anyway, we'll see later on. But
nice.
Oh, Stuart Patterson flipping out that left jab beautifully there. A couple of them got home. Just letting McGrail what he's got in his armoury.
Good right to the body by Stuart Patterson.
McGrail chasing again. He's trying to land a big punch on him, isn't he, Barry? Whether
sure
it be
is.
the left hook or the right hand.
I tell you, a lot of leather from both boys not landing.
Yep, that's correct.
Early doors yet, though.
Oh, yes, it is. They're just a bit too far away from each other at the moment to get much of that leather going.
Yep.
Well, McGrail, a slapping punch. I think the gloves hit then from both fighters.
I couldn't see that. The referee got him away, unfortunately. Danny McGrail looking very determined, walking up.
Very determined, McGrail. Pretty even round again.
Yeah, pretty hard to separate, pretty hard to judge this fight.
Very hard to judge.
417 442 LNS. Bricklaying, all in the bottom areas. Also AMAC, Building Consultants, phone Aaron. 0414823030. The big after party at The Rock, 158 Canterbury Road, Kilsyth. Live band hype. Nick Betts will be there, Peter Hunt will be there. VIP Sports, Bobby McLeod. The Wallflower, Clarendon Street, South Melbourne. Winning Edge, John Burns and Alistair from Murchison. Winning Edge, Capital House, Swanson Street, City. Seconds out, round 4.
Stuart Patterson on the move as the round starts. Moves to the right, moves to left. You know, very hard guy to fight, Stuart Patterson.
Oh, extremely hard. And that, in fact, I don't think I've, well, so far, really, Tony Miller's been the one who could go with him like that, but none of the other lightweights he's fought recently have been able to affect that style in any shape or form. McGrail slipped again then.
Absolutely beautiful by Stuart Patterson there.
Oh,
you know, shades of Johnny Famishon, really. I mean, you know, like Famo used to make him miss and leave him in the corner, punching the corner post. He did, and that's exactly what Stuart Patterson just did. And that was taught by Mick Canavan, who was an Ambrose, the great late Mick Canavan, a great guy, a great trainer,
fantastic man,
loved by everybody. And Stuart Patterson, you know, in that style, taught by Mick Canavan via the late Ambrose Palmer, one of the greatest fighters and trainers.
Held titles in 4 divisions, I think, Ambrose Palmer, I think, in boxing terms, and still ended up playing 80 games of VFL football with Footscray.
Yeah, a great all-round sportsman.
And McGrail then with the right hand just pushed Patterson into the corner. He hasn't been able to land really any of those bombs that he's been trying to land.
Good clean jab there by Stuart Patterson as McGrail came in.
Patterson trying to chip away. McGrail coming in hard. Patterson got out, but nearly got... he nearly nailed him then, McGrail. He's getting a little bit frustrated, McGrail. I think he's trying to pin Patterson in the corner so he can hammer away at the body. He's trying desperately to get him pinned into a corner, and it's like trying to trap a rabbit. This is very difficult.
Tell you what, he's good with that short right hand, though, Danny McGrail. You know, he throws that little short right hand nicely.
Yeah, he's got a lot of his strength in that chest and upper body region there. He's very strong there, but Patterson is quicker than him moving around the ring. McGrail again over the top. He's got him in a headlock now, Patterson there, and McGrail, the referee, tells him to split, chases him again. He's just that one or that half step short, McGrail, when he comes in trying to pin Patterson when he throws the punch, Barry.
Yeah, but again, there's so much leather that these guys are throwing that aren't landing from both sides.
Good punches from Patterson there.
Good punches from Stuart Patterson there.
Well, McGrail over the top missed. He's missed a few times there, coming over the top. Patterson, did he get out of there quickly?
And I tell you, that takes it out of you. You throw a right hand like that and your opponent's not there, that really takes it out of you.
And that will be the jolting effect too on the shoulder region, Barry, as well as the expenditure of energy that was wasted.
Well, I don't know about that so much, Steve. When you're in top condition, it's just, because as you've thrown the punch and you've missed the target, you know you've missed it, and you sort of pull yourself back together. So really, all it does is expend that energy. And it takes that energy out of you and it burns your adrenaline.
Yeah, well, it'll add up by the end of the night. That sort of energy expenditure. Well, it's very difficult to judge this fight, but, I just get the feeling that maybe Patterson did most of the better work in that round, and I might give that to him. So,
yeah, well, at this stage, the way I see it, it's a hard fight to score, but I think Stuart Patterson's in front. Steve, he's just outsmarting Danny McGrail, I think. Danny's, trying to land the good shots, but not really being effective.
And, yes, it's...
when I say not being effective as yet, he's really trying hard to pin Stuart Patterson. He's been a couple of times he's been effective, but the majority of the stuff he's throwing is not being effective, and I think Stuart Patterson's marginally in front at this stage. See a couple of nice jabs to start the round.
Yeah, very
got
nice.
there scoring punches.
Yeah, no, that's good. And as I think I mentioned before, this McGrail, when he rushes, he just seems to be that half step behind when he throws that punch. Patterson's not there once he's thrown it. He's already started to move, and that's where McGrail's been missing.
Yep.
Patterson looking intently at McGrail. McGrail again, I think, Barry, they still haven't accepted your tactics there. He should be trying to block him off and work into the body there. He's still, I think, got that head attack in mind, I think.
He's head hunting all the time.
Yeah, the whole time.
And he's wasting his energy. He's throwing that right hand. Every time he throws that, just takes that little bit out of him. Why don't he throw the right drive to the body? Shuey Patterson's going to jab, is what Shuey always does. Leads with his left hand. Instead of going for the head, just drive straight to the body. Even if he hits the side of the body, it's still going to have more effect.
Have an effect, yes.
Yep.
But they won't change tactics there, and at the end of the day, it could prove out to be their undoing if they don't. Oh, good combination there from Patterson there. I think made its way through, and McGrail standing back there. You think if he's going to try and block him into the corner, he'd move forward, but Patterson spun him around now, and Patterson's got plenty of room to move there.
Good, beautiful work.
Beautiful work from Patterson there.
Beautiful defence too.
Yep. Well covered up.
Yeah, Shuey goes to the right, drive to the body, slashing left, took his stride there. McGrail trying to pin him in the corner. Ineffective again.
Yep. Just
clipped him there.
Not being able to reach his mark at all at the moment, McGrail, and Patterson is again in front here. And that copped a couple of punches in, and he got caught in the corner, but he was he battled his way out nicely, Patterson. And McGrail, big swinging left hand.
But Shuey Patterson straight back with 3 more.
Yep, he was straight back into him, Barry. It was well called, and he racks up some more points, Stuart Patterson. McGrail again poking out the left hand, reaching. The right hand came in, but Patterson, great counter punching from Patterson.
Blocked well.
And nothing much got through there either from McGrail, so Patterson setting the tone here at the moment in this bout, this Australian lightweight title fight at Knoxville, Netball Centre in Melbourne. And what has been a magnificent Fighters Factory promotion here tonight.
Oh, it's been I say it every time I come to one of these promotions, they put on the best shows.
The best matchmaking in Australia, and they're doing a fantastic job. Best promotions in the Southern Hemisphere.
Undoubtedly.
And the end of round 5, and you have to say that Stuart Patterson, well, he's the man at the moment.
Yeah, another good round for Stuart Patterson. Boxing really, really well.
Close that gap up too much, all right?
In seconds out, round 6.
If I heard Craig Trotter correctly, then I think he said to Patterson, don't let him close that gap up too much. So
Yeah.
asking him to just keep that distant space and keep jabbing and moving. And
Well, at the moment, unless Danny McGrail turns the pattern of the fight dramatically, you know, Stuart Patterson's on his way to the Australian lightweight title. I mean,
Yes.
all cuts and other stuff aside, which, you know, can happen as the fight progresses. But,
notwithstanding him.
but Danny McGrail has got to do something different, I think.
Yes, I totally agree with you here, because at the moment the fight's proceeding on the same basis round after round.
Yep.
And McGrail isn't making any headway because he won't change his style or tactics in fighting Patterson. And
That is a couple of good shots. Nice.
oh, Patterson there. McGrail coming in hard. Patterson got out beautifully.
And landed a beautiful left hook as well.
And keeps jabbing away, and then tried to work downstairs. He looked down there to see he was covered.
I tell you, McGrail would do a lot better if he just walked in with his head down low, waited for Shuey to jab, slipped it, and just whacked underneath instead of trying to go over the top, because he's wasting so much energy trying to do it.
That's for sure. And anyway, he's going to slow him up is by working downstairs in the lower regions of the body. He'll slow him up if he can hit him down there. But now McGrail still trying to work at the head, and Patterson slips away.
Started this round, McGrail's going better this round though.
He has, yes. He's just caught Patterson there with a couple of punches there. Got him round the rope area there. He's been able to block him. And
better punches from McGrail there.
The Patterson camp would want Stuart to move away from that sort of stuff.
He's certainly the physically stronger of the two, Danny McGrail. He looks a division heavier, I reckon.
He does a bit. He looks super strong upstairs, doesn't he, Barry?
When he fought Karim Nasser for the Australian junior lightweight title, he had to make 58.9, and this fight is at 61.2.
Yeah, well, he's better suited here with that weight.
Well, evidently 61.2 is tough for him too. So
yes.
You can imagine 58.9.
Oh, would have been nearly impossible for him. Would have lost a lot of strength.
Well, he did, supposedly, but I mean, hey, Karim Nasser's a little bomber. I love the way Karim fights.
Yeah, lovely little fighter, Karim.
He's our Australian Prince Naseem, I tell you.
He's just no doubt that he's very colourful and makes a fashion statement wherever he goes.
Mate, he comes to fight wherever he goes too.
Oh, he does. He backs it up.
Yeah.
Walks the walk and talks the talk.
Karim Nasser.
Stuart Patterson there, just bouncing McGrail back there, and the fight is still following a similar pattern. McGrail's up the tempo. He's landed a few punches this round, and it's probably been his best round so far. Barry, do you think McGrail so far?
Yeah, undoubtedly, Steve, and he is being effective this round. Oh, heads clashing there. Yep, that's where McGrail needs to keep it.
Yeah, he does.
If he's
Patterson's got to get away from it because he does not need to get any cuts upstairs of the forehead region at all. So Craig Trotter immediately having words with him.
Yeah, that was by far Danny McGrail's best round.
Halfway through our main event. The time is 25 past 12 thereabouts on a Saturday morning in your city. Yep, Brian Butler found Brian O'Murray at the gymnasium, the Fighters Factory, 9877 7344. Fitness training, aerobics, whatever you like. Trim and taut, that's how Peter Hunt came from a super heavyweight into a flyweight at the Fighters Factory. Seconds out.
And don't forget to pick up your copy of Bruising about female boxing by Misha Mertz when you get the chance there. Pan Macmillan, Australia. And here we go back to the fight now. And
okay, round 7. Statistically, round 7, more KOs happen in round 7 than any other round. Now, they reckon it's got something to do with where the body goes into its second wind sort of stage.
Yep.
By the time you get to the 7th round, you are very tired. No matter if they look as fresh as daisies, it's very, very physical stuff up there, and it takes a lot out of you. And now, from here on in, it becomes, the will, the inner strength, and all that, but a lot of knockouts do occur in the 7th round.
Yeah, that'd be understandable.
Danny McGrail, nice right to the body. More effective the start of this round already.
Yeah, now there's some blood here now because McGrail's got some on his forehead. Now, where has it come from?
Can't see a cut. McGrail trying to pin Stuart Patterson. Slipping through a left hook down below there.
Well, perhaps it's a graze, is it? It's certainly come up red of some description. There could be a graze.
I can't see any blood, mate.
No blood. I think they're bruises more from that point of view, Barry, but they're coming up in red welts on his the forehead there. But anyway, McGrail still pursuing Patterson. Now,
Good
so
jab.
3 ripper jabs there in a row there. Those lefts were beautiful punches, Barry, from Stuart Patterson. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah. McGrail.
Triple left jabs.
Good
Beautiful.
jabs by McGrail there, though. He is starting to get on target more. Good jabs by Patterson back.
Yep.
Good hook. Stuart Patterson.
Starting to see if he can pin Patterson. He's waiting. He's hoping Patterson just stop moving just for a second so that he can land those punches.
Both boys landing good punches here in the 7th round.
Now McGrail again attempting to work through a clubbing left hand. The right hand followed by the left, and Patterson backs off again.
Impeccable defence, Stuart Patterson. He really has. Pity he's so prone to cuts. It really is.
Well, so far he's been all right from that point of view, Patterson.
Oh, well,
He's
let's just,
got our fingers crossed about that. And that McGrail is bruising up around his forehead.
Good short right by McGrail there, though.
Yep.
Patterson's in front at this stage of the fight. There's little doubt of that.
No doubt about that.
Good rip. And again.
Lovely jabs again from Patterson there. Make their way through the guard of McGrail. As McGrail pursues Patterson relentlessly, but it's hard for him. Oh, body rips, Barry. They're the ones
good work.
that...
That was good work from Stuart Patterson. Both hands.
Oh, boy, they were great punches. And, now McGrail getting some uppercuts working in there. There's a couple in there. And a bit around for McGrail, but Patterson also fought that very well.
Yeah.
It looks like to me that what's happening to McGrail is he's getting welts on the forehead region or the upper head there. It's coming up in red welts, Barry.
That round, I mean, I think the last 2 rounds, Danny McGrail's got on target a little bit more. You know, just... I think Stewie needs to sort of lift himself a little bit. Now, I mean, the early part of the fight, the first 4 rounds, I thought Stuart Patterson took them pretty well.
Yep.
The 6th and 7th there, McGrail started to get on target a little bit, cut the corners, cut the ring off. Still not going for the body much, but starting to be a little bit more effective with his head punches.
Target a bit more, yep.
But Stuart Patterson still showing an impeccable defence.
Yeah, so look, you'll never lose that. As you said, he's schooled by the best, and Ambrose Palmer through there from Mick Canavan.
Yep.
Coming through, so he's got a lovely style there, and he's at the moment we still have him slightly, just ever so slightly ahead here, I think.
Oh, a couple of points maybe, eh?
Yeah.
I haven't put pen to paper with it, but certainly I've got Stuart Patterson in front.
Yep.
But McGrail starting to look more confident.
Yeah, looking a lot more confident, McGrail, and Patterson
nice
again
work.
stinging into action now, Patterson.
Beautiful, landed a lovely right hand and a left-right-left combination.
Beautiful
very,
punching.
very nice work.
Right, and working downstairs too, mixing it up beautifully with this miscellaneous bag of punches there, Patterson. Following your instructions, Barry, from that point of view, work upstairs and down.
Yep, to get his tempo up this round. I mean, the last couple he's sort of pulled up a bit, perhaps.
Perhaps, make McGrail a bit confused about where the next punches are going to go, and that's what Patterson may be trying to do here, is mix him up.
He's working well with that left to the head, right drive to body. Good combination punch.
Fantastic combination. Patterson getting more aggressive in this round, I think, after the break in the corner there.
Yep.
Craig Trotter's got him fighting a pretty sensible fight here tonight. And McGrail there got a couple of punches in there. One of them reached the head region.
Blocked him pretty well, mate.
Yep.
Made him miss again.
And gee whiz, Patterson got out of the range then of McGrail very nicely. McGrail's trying to work
good
downstairs. And the McGrail people say stay there. Well, he's trying the best
Strong
he
boy,
can to pin
McGrail.
him.
Missing with the big right hand, the big left hook, takes it out here.
Yeah, but to have to.
He's undoubtedly in absolutely top condition though, Danny McGrail.
Yeah, well, he is.
Turned out well by Ray Giles.
Beautifully proportioned and a lot of upper body strength there. Superbly built upper body of McGrail.
Blood.
Oh,
Stewie
blood.
Patterson's
Yes, here it
cut.
comes now. He's been cut. I don't know, punch or headbutt. We don't know. They're the head or the...
cut.
But no, he is bleeding, and some of that blood's now on McGrail. Stewie, now is it below the eye? We can't see yet,
No,
or is it on the eye?
It's
Side
on
of the
Stuart
eye.
Patterson's left eye.
Yep, well, he's bled there before. He's been cut there before.
Yeah, I
And,
really think it was inevitable, to be honest.
It happened in the 8th round, and it's just a matter now. It's
4 rounds to go. McGrail, seeing the blood must give him some confidence. Good left hand from McGrail there.
Patterson fighting back. The blood's not running into his eye, I don't think. It's not too bad at the moment, but his corner will have to get everything together to treat that.
Better round.
Oh, he's pushed the blood out of his eye there now. It's bothering him, Patterson. And McGrail comes in hard, trying to pin him in the corner. He's got to box his way out of this, Patterson. He'll have to charge out, see if he can run out. Got out nicely.
Yeah, not much in there.
And the end of the round, but to the corner, they'll have to get to work here. They'll have to get the medical kit out and
I
get
tell
to
you,
work.
I still reckon Stewie Patterson won that round.
Yep.
The early part of it, the first 2 minutes of it, he boxed really well. And, you know, when he got the cut, he McGrail gave McGrail some confidence, and he went a bit better, you know.
It gives me confidence to see that. But now, actually, Patterson is bleeding badly there, and the ringside doctor's come in to have a look, Dr. John Jury, to check that eye out. He's going to let them continue. There's no difficulty as yet.
My body works. It certainly does. Lovely ladies.
Sorry, Steve, what did you say?
I didn't say anything then. I was just listening to the ring. That's how he's saying my body works or something like that. I was talking about this or someone else.
I was distracted temporarily there, Steve. I hope not. Sorry about that, mate. You know, I am human.
Oh, there's a lot of colourful sights down here tonight at Knoxville. Don't worry about that. Stuart Patterson, they have patched that eye up. Let's hope that the adrenaline 101 mixed in with the Vaseline can do the job, Barry.
Yeah, it doesn't appear at this stage to be too bad. Is this round 9? Yes, round 9.
Yeah, we're into round 9 now, yep.
4 to go.
McGrail chasing Patterson severely now. He's a man on a mission.
Well, McGrail must know that he's behind on points. And if he's going to win this fight, he's certainly got to do something. He's doing something. He's walking up relentlessly, throwing bombs.
Yes, he's doing all of that, yes. He knows that he's got to exert more of his authority on the fight, and he's got to pin Patterson. He's got to score more punches. He's got to have more scoring punches coming home. He's got to win most of the rounds that are left here to get home.
Nice,
and the beautiful right hand from Patterson there caught McGrail.
Evaded the counter very well. Good little left hand by McGrail there.
Chipping away at McGrail. Patterson, you know, he's the only thing with Patterson, I suppose, that he hasn't got the big bomb that can cause McGrail to take a real backward step, but doesn't need it really in his kit because he can move so quickly. But McGrail now...
Oh, nice left hand by
that
McGrail.
eye's got to be careful with that eye, Patterson, but McGrail coming in hard. And Patterson now caught in the corner. McGrail comes in hard again, trying to get him on the ropes. Still working at the head. He's exerting authority here. And fires away again at the body. He's constantly pursuing Patterson now. Stewie's not moving as fast as he was earlier on in the fight. Oh, the heads are moving around there.
Yeah,
Patterson got the head in there and the eyes may have reopened. McGrail is, he's fit, Barry.
He's a man on a mission, mate.
Yes, he's very, very strong and fit coming towards the end of this bout.
He's cutting the ring off.
He is doing it beautifully there. He's got the angles right.
Oh, lovely shot by Stewie Patterson. Good counter by McGrail.
This is a great fight, this. It's turning into a ripper fight here. These two boys are two different sorts of blokes.
Well, it's a real boxer-fighter fight, isn't it?
It is. And they mix it up so well at the Fighters Factory. do they ever, with this situation happening again. McGrail over the top there, misses.
Tell you what, Stuart Patterson, both boys are incredibly fit. To use the ring the way Stuart Patterson does, you've got to be in superb
Oh, he's
condition.
a marathon runner, this boy.
Yeah,
EBD,
sure.
putting big miles in on the road work.
The legs are great.
Fantastic stuff.
McGrail, you know, doing some good work too here.
Now, he just opened up the eye again, Barry McGrail, with that, I think that last punch he delivered. And he's working in there again, close into Patterson. And there goes the bell. It'll give him time to patch him up again and
got to get that round again for Danny McGrail. I tell you, McGrail's strength appears to be starting to tell.
Yeah, certainly is.
Looking at Stuart Patterson in the red corner. He's recovered quickly. When he came back to the corner, he seemed to be breathing pretty heavily, but he's calmed himself down now. They've got the blood under control.
Round 10.
Coming up for round 10. 3 to go.
Ready to go. He seems to be composed now. Stewie looked a little distressed when he went into that corner there, but he's come out of it composed and he's ready for action.
Danny McGrail looking very confident now.
He's looking very aggressive, Danny McGrail. Man on a mission, as you said before. I think that sums him up. And he's in relentless pursuit of Stuart Patterson, as he has been in the last, more so in the last 4 or 5 rounds, I'd say. Stuart Patterson there, combinations in the head region of McGrail were beautiful punches from Patterson.
A couple of good jabs back from McGrail, eh?
Yep. And that, now McGrail trying to, he had Patterson half cut off then into the neutral corner, but he let him get out. Patterson again moving better now too. Got his breath back there nicely, and maybe he's just got his second win.
Maybe, 3rd or 4th win maybe.
Yes.
You've got to dig deep when, you know, you're coming at 10th round, it's 10th round rounds, it's hard work up there.
It's a fantastically gutsy effort, no doubt about that. And Patterson there fighting valiantly. He desperately wants his title too, Patterson. He's been looking for it for ages, for a number of years now, and he's been stopped from it by none other than Tony Miller. Looking at that jab again, Patterson. McGrail misses there. Patterson gets out of the way. Patterson moving beautifully again. McGrail trying to pin him, but just struggling here now to cut off the angles now. McGrail somewhat from Patterson's moving quicker than he has the last couple of rounds. And that McGrail tries to pin him, neutral corner. McGrail mixes it in the middle of the ring and gets some more combinations working towards the head region of McGrail there. He's fighting pretty good now at the moment, Patterson. Barry, how do you see him this round?
Yeah, I think Stewie's holding himself pretty well composed this round and landing some good combination punches. McGrail's putting a lot of pressure on.
Bouncing around nicely, Patterson. And,
couple of good ones there.
Oh, yes, McGrail trying to work away at Patterson on the ropes there, and they've got a couple of punches in there, good combination of punches. And now Patterson moving again to the right, and McGrail chasing.
Relentlessly chasing him.
Oh, yeah, he's constantly, well, he knows he's got to take the fight, he's got to follow Stewie, he's got to follow him to hit him.
Good countering jab from Danny McGrail.
Oh, nice punch to the, I believe that was right on the solar plexus, Barry. That
I think you're pretty right there, Steve.
Patterson.
You got it right, mate.
Nice and he works away again. He liked the first one he threw there, and he tried to put a couple more in there.
Good work there.
Oh, nice right hand. Yes,
was blocked, but, you know, still...
Beautifully, was just beautifully timed then, wasn't it? Probably beautifully timed punch from McGrail.
Oh, man.
It was close round. I reckon that... well, look, I'll probably say pretty even then. Yep. I mean, I just didn't really want to make a decision in the finish because I thought McGrail did some nice things and Patterson probably could go to Patterson. He did a lot of combinations in and kept away from trouble, but, you know, it's hard, so very hard. This
Our ring girl getting pretty animated too.
Yes, he's getting involved in the colour and the action here and enjoying themselves immensely here in this.
Hello, what's happening here? They've got the we've got the referee to look at the cut. What's happening?
The doctor's coming back. The referee's getting the doctor to have another look at the...
You know what I reckon they're going to try and do? Try and pull a cut-eye decision, perhaps. Perhaps.
Yeah, well, would that be a TKO decision to McGrail, or would that be regarded as a...
Because if it's declared that the cut-eye was caused by a headbutt or an elbow or whatever, an accidental blow,
and
then it would go to the scorecards. But they're going on. 2 rounds to go. I mean, I'm sure it can hold out.
Yeah, I think that the doctor really only looked at that for about 5 seconds then and made a decision, or they gave advice to the referee, I'd say, as his opinion was that they go on.
I'll tell you, I think, you know, perhaps they're worried about McGrail's strength. McGrail's looking very strong.
Yeah.
Stuart Patterson's still in there. I think he's marginally in front.
Yeah, he's...
McGrail's getting more and more on target as the fight progresses, looking stronger each round.
Yep, he's certainly got the physical strength. He's getting frustrated, McGrail, though, in having to pursue Patterson in this fashion. I think McGrail will be better suited. He'd like to have someone standing in front of him, I reckon, so it could turn into a slugfest, I'd say. But he's not getting that here tonight because Patterson's like a whippet. Moves around the ring. Barry's already mentioned the name of Johnny Famishon here tonight, and they've got that same sort of style of super quick reflexes and movement.
Nice left hook the body from Stuart Patterson.
Stewie Patterson now, that eye has reopened again, not severely though. He's trying to stay away from McGrail. Keep that jab moving. McGrail got a couple of punches in there, but hasn't landed a massive bomb on Patterson yet, has he, McGrail?
No, but he's landing more and more. He's getting more and more on target.
Yeah, well, there's a slip there at that point in time. Ray Giles is yelling at McGrail.
I know what he's yelling. Keep the pressure on, you know, keep punching.
Yeah, well, he's certainly doing that. No shadow of doubt about that.
I'll tell you, you know, it depends on how you score a fight, because Danny McGrail's certainly pouring the aggression on big time.
Oh, he is. Oh, he hit him there. He banged him up there, and he's hurt him with that punch, that right hand.
Sure.
Not only has he hurt Patterson, he's opened up that eye severely now. Malcolm Bullner will have a look at this eye in a minute.
Patterson's hurt.
He'll have a good look at this.
Oh,
he is hurt. He's in big trouble, Patterson. McGrail's going after him hard.
I think they knew. I think they knew at the end of the last round that maybe he was...
Oh, that he could be in a bit of trouble. McGrail, where Patterson was looking. He's going to finish, so he's knocked him down.
It's all over.
And he's gone. Patterson, he's awarded the fight to McGrail. Patterson has been told he's been knocked out, and Patterson has had a word to the referee, but he's been directed to his corner by Malcolm Bullner. His eye is really badly knocked about. Patterson's not accepting the decision. Ray Giles is having a word to him, so is Danny McGrail, telling him that he's gone. Patterson saying it's Anthony Squalace is having a word to Malcolm Bullner that, perhaps he shouldn't be. Craig Trotter's unhappy, but Stuart Patterson's left eye is severely hurt. I mean, I'm talking as a lay observer here, and I think if the doctor had a good look at that eye, Barry...
Yeah, look, honestly, I don't think you can be dirty on Malcolm Bullner. He was hurt by that right hand in that corner. I think it opened the eye wide open. And he just continued with his onslaught. I mean, that's what you're in there to do.
Well, that's right.
The corner was upset. Stuart Patterson's got himself back together.
Yeah, well, look, you can hardly see it out of eye now anyway. I mean, the blood's pouring into it. Danny McGrail showing excellent sportsmanship and went over to Patterson, put his hand up in the air. Rematch should be in order anyway.
Lightweight champion Danny McGrail.
Yeah, a deserved champion. That was a solid knockdown. He pursued Patterson relentlessly and... in the 11th round.
I just said that you know, the last couple of rounds he was getting on more and more, and at the end of the 10th round, they were at the end of the 9th round, I think they were looking for a cut-eye decision. I think they realised that, you know, that McGrail was getting stronger and stronger with a couple of rounds to go, and the way it turned out, if they could have pulled a cut-eye decision the round before, it might have gone Stuart Patterson's way. But Danny McGrail, a clean victor there, puts Stuart Patterson on the deck in the final, in the 10th round, and wins the vacant Australian lightweight title. A great performance by Danny McGrail.
Fantastic
a great
effort.
Performance by Stuart Patterson. Boxed beautifully all the way through. Just unfortunately, his third shot of the title, and you know.
Son, you want to fix that around the waist? we bring our champions to the ring. How about a big round of applause for Stuart Patterson and Danny McGrail. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Malcolm Milner stopped the contest. 2 minutes, 12 seconds into round 11. Would you salute the new lightweight champion of Australia, Bones of Stone, Danny McGrail. Okay, don't go away, because we're going to talk to Danny McGrail, Ray Charles, Stuart Patterson, Craig Trotter, Terry Grinstead. Okay, the championship belt. Danny, around your waist, look towards the camera. Danny McGrail, the new lightweight champion. Danny, you're a man on the mission tonight. Last time you fought Karim, you lost a lot of weight, but you're really prepared for tonight. And although on my scorecard you were just behind, you came home strong. Congratulations from all of Victoria.
Thanks, brother. Thank you to Stuart. Fucking top fighter again. It's the third one we've had now, and it's the first one I've got. I had to dig deep, and I was prepared to do that. I wanted this title more than anything. Thanks to Tony Miller for vacating the title for me and Stu to fight for. Thanks to all you guys, all the crowd. Thank you very much for coming along and giving me a fair go. And to the judges, I don't know where you had it, guys, but I felt like I was coming home anyway. I had a bit left in the tank. Cheers and good health to everyone. Thanks to a couple of special people upstairs, my mother and my father-in-law, and all my other help, Ray Giles, my old man Terry McGrail, and the other guys, Vito and Darren in the corner. Everyone's been a great help. Thank you very much again, and cheers and good health. And thanks again, Stu. Cheers, guys.
Ray Charles, Ray, come back. You right? Okay, we're going to talk to Stuart Patterson. Come across, Craig. Stuart, come on in here. 3 cheers for Stuart Patterson. He fought a great battle. Stuart, you must be tearing at your heart. What about the stoppage? Were you weakened? You couldn't go on? What happened there?
Oh, no, I was all right. Just that the blood in my eye, that was a bit hard to sort of get round, but like sort of when you're fighting, you know, it's part of the job, and so you go on with it. But, geez, I tell you how, I'm just bitterly disappointed, mate. Like, I don't know what to say, mate. I'd really like to thank the people who got behind me, Bags, and all the people, you know who they are, Peter Dowling, and so many people. Matty tried getting me that rub down today. I appreciate that. Lewdale Jim, my corner, Terry, Craig Trotter, Bad Billy Gafer, and all my sparring partners, especially Tony Scolace and Mark Locke. I got so much time for the blokes, but geez, I thought we were home and O's then. I don't know, mate. What else can I do?
You fought a beautiful battle. You jab, move, jab, move. That was the strategy all the way, Stuart.
Oh, yeah, like I was no worries. Like, Danny come to fight, I knew he would. But I thought we had it, like, you know, I got my second win by about the 8th and 9th round. I started getting going again, and I don't know, what else can I say, Howard?
Bad luck. Stuart Patterson, isn't he a gracious man? Craig Trotter. Craig, you went to the referee after the, 10th round, was it? You talked to Malcolm Bullner in centering. What transpired there?
Oh no, I spoke to Malcolm Bullner about the head clashes that were occurring. So I actually wanted him to pull up Danny McGrail about that, but obviously he didn't. I'm a bit upset about the outcome. I think maybe that Malcolm could have pulled up the fight a bit earlier in that last round and just checked Stuart's eye because he couldn't see out of it. But obviously that didn't happen, and he chose to stop the fight, which I think was a bit premature.
Okay, a lot of controversy here tonight. Danny McGrail, Stuart Patterson. On behalf of Fighters Factory, Peter Hunt, Murray, Thomson, thanks for being here. Yes, Jerry?
Yeah, I'd like everyone to go down what's now known as the Rock, formerly the Shamrock. That's where I know you're going there, Mr. McGrail. And yeah, I'd like to see everyone down there for a drink and a good time. Thank you for Murray Thomson and Peter Hunt for putting on once again a great show. All the media from getting behind us, Anthony Mundine, Barry Michael, all these good people, much appreciated.
Stuart Patterson, we say protect yourself at all times, both physically and emotionally. Reach for the stars, may God bless. Hallelujah. We are one nation, you got to fight for your right. Good morning to you all from Centering, Howard Lee, MC Hammer, thanks Steve, keep punching, see you next time.